I made a TikTok similar to this video that was Maria Becerra approved. However, that TikTok was obviously in Spanish. My vocabulary is very limited in Spanish, and I have never been more excited to yap about an album in my entire life. I have so much to say about Quimera, so let's get into it. Quimera has become one of my most favourite albums of all time. My number one favourite album of all time is Joanne, Lady Gaga. I think Quimera has made number two. This is the most genius, gorgeous, deep, layered, diverse album I have ever listened to, and I am in love with it. Like, it holds the biggest place in my heart. I genuinely think Quimera is a piece of artistic genius. I can't, like, Maria Becerra is so smart, so creative, so talented. Let's just start there. As an artist, Maria Becerra is so clever. She's so clever. She's so creative, both artistically and personally, like just in myself. She has inspired me so much, and I continue to be inspired by her every single day. In the main way that I think she's so vulnerable, but so like artistically and cleverly and creatively vulnerable, but also she is just so herself. Maria Becerra is her own person, doing her own thing in her own lane and standing out and succeeding in it and doing well, but like literally just by doing her own thing, by creating her own world. Like, I am actually in love and obsessed with her and her art, because she literally does just create her own world that her fans, the Becerristas, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, immerse themselves in. Like, as a Becerrista, I am immersing myself in this whole entire world that Maria has created. I literally have never been so inspired by anybody in my life. Like, I'm actually obsessed with everything that she does. She is actually a genius. I feel like she's created such a unique way of expressing herself, and such an artistic and layered way of expressing herself through her art, through her music, and from what I've seen like day to day in interviews and in her shows. And I feel like this album is such a direct reflection of her talent in that way. Like, literally one of the most talented, gorgeous, smart, intelligent, creative, individual, unique like human beings I've ever experienced. Like, and I need to experience her. Oh my god, like, I want to go to a Quimera tour show so bad. Like, I'm begging. Spain, I'm actually begging. Bring Quimera, if not to the UK, to Spain. I will be there. I have to be there. So Quimera itself, as an album, the reason I am so obsessed with it is because it is its own little world. Like, every time I listen to that album, and I have listened to this album so many times, I am immersed in the world of Quimera. I am immersed in the story of Quimera. But what I love the most about that is Quimera is so many different stories and so many different worlds, but still all like packaged neatly and coherently into one bigger world. I think it's genius. I just love it so much. My fluent Spanish divas, my Hispanic divas, my Latina divas, I'm gonna need you to pick me up on anything that I have incorrect, anything I've interpreted wrong. Let me know. Anything that I say wrong, please do let me know. Get in my comments, pull me up on it, correct me. You know far better than I do. I'm just here fangirling. I don't really know what's going on. I'm just having a good time. Okay, so the concept of Quimera in itself is genius. To call it Quimera is genius, but then to use the concept of Quimera in the way that Maria has is so smart. Obviously, the concept of Quimera is built up through Maria's 4 alter egos, and also included in there is herself and her own story. I think this is why the album speaks to me so much, because I am such a another world girly. I'm such a fairyland girly. The reason I get drawn into and obsessed with music, TV shows, films, like all media, any creative art form, the reason I get sucked into it is because I'm a person that wants to be sucked into another world. I want to be immersed in the world that you create. And Maria has done this perfectly, and that's exactly how I feel when I listen to Quimera. The way she's encapsulated her 4 alter egos in such a way that, like, I can clearly identify all of them. I feel like I know them. I feel like I know their personalities. Like, I am just enthralled by her ability to do that, by her creative capability to do that. I really see myself in the fact that, like, I do have all those different personalities in myself, and, like, call me crazy, but that is just how, like, I live my life, just through different personalities and different, like, ways of being. There's just so much about the artistic direction of this album that really, really speaks to me and that I really, really see myself in. I'm not actually kidding. I could talk about this album for hours, like hours and hours and hours. Okay, let's start from the very beginning. Disc 1, Miss Jojo opens up the album. I love Jojo so much, and I love Jojo because Jojo is like what I wish I was. Jojo is like a representation of, like, I wish I was that cool, I wish I was that hot, I wish I was that sexy, I wish I was that fun. Like, Jojo is like an encapsulation of, like, literally who I wish I was. So Jojo's 3 songs are Jojo, Frutilla del pastel y hace calor. Jojo is obviously giving the fun vibes, and I love that that's how the album opens. I love that the album opens with that immediate fun vibe. Like, you're thrown straight into the party vibes of this album, and I feel like that is what Jojo represents. Like, the party side, the drinking side, the out all the time side. And I think what's so interesting is how fun these songs are, and, like, Hace Calor in particular is one of my favourite songs on the album. I love that song so much, it's so fun. But I think it's so interesting that it opens with such a fun party animal vibe, but there's also this, like, darker side to it. There's also this, like, darker side to Jojo where she's almost, like, numbed out, I guess. Almost like she's, like, just so detached from intimacy, so detached from vulnerability, detached from, like, these deeper parts of herself. And I think it's so interesting to immediately open the album like that. Is so interesting, because that's not at all where the rest of the album goes. The rest of the album to me is very vulnerable, very open. So to have Jojo as the starting point is just so interesting to me, and I feel like it really does set the scene. It's almost jarring to go from opening with Jojo and, like, going straight into the party, and then all of a sudden we have this huge switch and everything becomes more emotional and more vulnerable. But I think all of the songs that are Jojo's perfectly represent Jojo. I feel like I am just immersed in that party. Like, I'm living vicariously through Jojo at this point. Like, I am living vicariously through Jojo just going out having a fun time. Like, I start Quimera from the beginning, and for the first 3 songs I am in my head at a bar. Okay, I don't drink, I don't go out, okay, but when I listen to these first 3 songs on Quimera, in my head I am out having the time of my life, and I love that. I love immersing myself. Like, I genuinely am living vicariously through Jojo. And then we move to my queen. We move to disc 2 that tells the story of my absolute queen, who, like, is literally me on the inside, Miss Shanina. I love Shanina so much, and I love that Hasta que me enamoro is part of Shanina's disc, because I'm a teeny gal. I love, this was one of my favourite songs. Like, as a single, when this came out, I had this on repeat, like, non-stop. And I love Maria and Tini together. Like, I just love. Like, those are my girls, okay? Those are my girls. They don't know me. They don't know I exist, but those are my girls. Shanina is me. Okay, Shanina is the flower fairy princess, delusional, otherworldly, obsessed with romance, like, in love all the time, like, just in love with the illusion. That unfortunately is me. That unfortunately is how my brain works. I resonate with Shanina on an unhealthy level, and I'm aware of that, and that's okay. So Shanina's 3 songs, I'm literally gonna say in every section that, like, these are some of my favorite songs, but let's just All of these songs are my favorite songs. This is one of my favorite albums, okay? Whatever. Move on. Ramen para dos, infinitos como el mar, hasta que me enamoro. Deep, painful, vulnerable songs, okay? All deep, painful, vulnerable songs. Which we love. We love, we love, we love. I could like genuinely cry thinking about the lyrics to these songs because I feel like I feel them so deeply. I love with all of my heart how vulnerable all of these songs are. All of Shanina's songs are so deep, so layered, and so vulnerable. And just, they are just so painful. Like, this shit hurts so bad. But I kind of love that it hurts. And I love, again, like, it's almost like romanticizing the pain of love. It's like romanticizing the illusion of love, romanticizing being in this place of just unhealthy love, like just painful, unhealthy love. And I think for me, I think that's such like an interesting way that I've coped. Like it makes me like experience the feelings, but I'm like detached from it because I'm like, it's not me, it's Shanina. And I think that again is why the album is so genius. Just creating the whole stories and the whole worlds of each alter ego is just so smart, because I feel like I'm experiencing the whole album through the lens of those characters. And for Shanina's disc in particular, it is just so raw and it's so painful, but it's so like her view of love is kind of beautiful and her view of romance is kind of beautiful. Completely delusional, but I kind of love it. And I don't know what that says about me and my mental health, but like, we all have our coping mechanisms, okay? You gotta do what you gotta do. Ramen para dos in particular hurts so bad because I get like, there's just, it's so poetic. That's the word I'm looking for. Like, all of Shanina's way of being is so toxic, but so poetic. And I feel like, it's like I want to experience that and I want to feel those things, but like, I don't need to go and do it myself because I'm doing it through Shanina. Maybe this is just a confession of how bad my mental health is. Okay, now I'm scared, but also like creatively genius. And this is what I love about this album and Maria's art. And as I say, like going from Jojo, who's like completely detached, I feel like the whole album just goes through the stages of self-development or like through some stages of healing. Because to go from like intense detachment with Jojo and then like gently slide into this complete delusion of Shanina, it's like literally feeling nothing to suddenly feeling everything, but everything that you're feeling just isn't fucking real. It's just so clever. Like, I'm actually obsessed with the artistic genius of this woman. Like, I'm obsessed. It's so clever. But Shanina is my girl. I'm obsessed with Shanina. I love Shanina so much. Me and Shanina, we feel each other on a deeper level. And moving on. Okay, disc number 3 is for Maite. Now, this does include one of my favourite songs on the album, possibly my most favourite song on the album, which is Recuerdo lo que nunca existió. The most gorgeously written story in a song I have ever experienced. I'm obsessed with that song. Maite is so interesting to me. Maite is giving me significantly more intellect and significantly more self-awareness, and I feel like that's like the next stage of where we're at in the alter egos. Like, we started with detachment, we went into delusion, and now we're like coming into self-awareness, but in a way that's like still in deep pain. Like, it's like the self-awareness of being in pain and the self-awareness of everything that you've done yourself to get yourself here, like everything that, all the mistakes you made, the self-awareness of the mistakes you made to cause your own pain. It's like Maite is like when Shanina becomes self-aware. Genius. Like, I can't even put into words how it just speaks, like this whole album just speaks to me so ridiculously, and I can't even put into words how smart I think this woman is. Like, you actually got to be kidding me. But anyway, Corazón vacío y que tú me quieras. I feel like that's Maite becoming self-aware of where she fucked up in falling in love, and where she, like, I feel like Shanina was very obviously naive and like couldn't understand why things weren't working out, and then I feel like Maite's become aware of like, well, obviously things weren't working out because this was like all the shit I did that I shouldn't have done, and this was all the behavior you were like partaking in that obviously meant you were gonna hurt me. But then what the most interesting thing about Maite is to me is Recuerdo que nunca existió, because it's almost like we kind of identify, in the first two songs we identify where she fucked up, and then we almost identify this like missing piece to the puzzle that's like, okay, this makes sense as to why she's been behaving this way with men. This makes sense as to why she was chasing after men as Shanina, like she was living in this delusional world as Shanina, but now she's self-aware of like why she's doing it and where that's actually come from. Again, we're just really following this process. Like we've come from this like out of body delusion, like airy fairy, like literally out of body, into this suddenly we're in our body and we're acknowledging what the hell is going on, what's going wrong. Like we're low-key becoming a bit more realistic and low-key like realizing everything that's fucking wrong and everything we need to change and what the hell we need to do. And I'm gonna talk about Recuerdo que nunca existió as a piece, because I am so obsessed with this song. I am so obsessed with the way this story was written, the way that I literally, every time I listen to this song, I am in this story. I'm experiencing this story, and like that is so special. As I say, that's what I want in music. I want to be immersed in another world. Like that's why I love music so much. That's the music that I feel most connected to and most drawn to. Recuerdo que nunca existió. I am Maite. Like I'm there. I'm experiencing it with her. I'm literally there, like in the story, and it's just the most raw, painful, heartbreaking story, but so fucking gorgeous, so fucking beautiful. It's painful, but it comes to this point of like healing, and I think that I feel like this song sums up the perspective shift of Maite from Shanina. Does that make sense? I feel like the way from beginning to end this song is so consecutive, and the continuity of it really starting with like the pain and the brokenness of this girl's relationship with her father, and the way it like unfolds into this healing element, into this ultimately like horrible, so sad ending, but like almost the acceptance of where she's at and acceptance of the situation, like acceptance of like, okay, this was all really shit, but like it's like okay, like the internal acceptance. I feel like that directly mirrors the process that I guess Maria is going through these alter egos. Like I feel like this song in itself is such a pivotal turning point on the album of just becoming self-aware and understanding why she's been behaving the way she's been behaving, why she's formed these attachments and detachments and illusions and delusions, and just it's just like such a pivotal turning point in the album for me, and such a pivotal turning point in the cohesiveness of the story that the album follows and the story that the alter egos follow. I actually could talk about this for hours. Like I am so in love and so obsessed. Okay, so we're gonna move on from Maite, we're gonna move on from self-awareness, we're gonna move into Miss Gladys, Diva Gladys. Gladys to me is ultimate diva. Gladys is the fuck you, okay? Gladys is the final fuck you, and I love that. Again, we've moved from this like, okay, now I'm self-aware and I'm like evaluating the situation, and then here Gladys is to really fucking fuck you. And I love that for her. Okay, so Gladys' songs are Siete Vidas, Ahora que estás con él, y Vuelves Triste. Again, some of my favorite songs. Stop. Like, all of the songs are your favorite songs. Like, actually shut the fuck up. Okay, Gladys to me is like the anger stage of grief, okay? Like, we've gone through the detachment, we've gone through the delusion, we've gone through the self-awareness and the processing, and now we're just fucking pissed off. And I respect her for that so deeply. I feel happy for Gladys. I feel like Gladys is the representation of you like realizing who you are in yourself and realizing that you fucking deserve better, and as you fucking should, my queen, my diva. Like, I bow to you, period. I honestly feel like that's all there is to say about Gladys. Like, she's just the biggest fuck you diva, and I just have so much respect for her. I love the power that Gladys represents. I love the power in her songs, and I love the fact that Gladys just knows her worth. Gladys now knows that she's a fucking diva. And just fuck it. Like, fuck all the men. Like, literally fuck all the men. Sorry. Like, Gladys said it, not me. And I really respect her for that. And then we move into the final 5 songs of the album. Disc number 5, Miss Diva Icon Queen Maria Becerra herself. I absolutely adore with all of my heart and soul, and this is me being so parasocial, and I know that, and that's okay. I just love that the ending of this album is love. The ending of this album is Maria finding healthy love, being in healthy love, falling in healthy love. That makes my heart sing to the angels. Like, literally get a grip, but like, I mean it. Like, I actually mean it. It's just the perfect ending to a perfect story of the perfect album. Like, it's the end, it's the happy ending. It's the love. Like, we've gone through all this shit, we figured it out, we went through the weeds, we fucking matured, we fucked them all off, and now we found a good, healthy, secure, loving relationship, an actual, genuine love. Now we're in real love. Now we're... Also, now that, like, realizing I've been saying we throughout this whole video, like, who's we? Like, baby, it's got nothing to do with you, but we are just in now this era of good, healthy, happy love, and that just makes me so happy. And it really is what ties the whole album together. It really is the bow on top, like the cherry on top of the cake, the ribbon that perfectly wraps the album up. It's just so gorgeous for the album to end on this note. Specifically, for the album to end with Mi Amor, like, that actually, like, fills my heart in a way that I can't even put into words. Like, how absolutely gorgeous to start with Jojo and end with Mi Amor. It's just so poetic. The whole album is so poetic. I love love. I love healthy love. I just feel like Maria's just taken us with her on this whole journey. Every time I listen to Quimera, I feel like I've just experienced Maria's entire experience in love. Like, I feel like I've just been there with her through it all. And there are so few albums that make me feel that way. There are so few albums that genuinely make me feel like I've been taken on this very raw and very intimate and vulnerable journey to the point where I actually feel like I've just experienced it. That's how this album makes me feel. Like, I feel like I've just experienced Maria's entire experience. What I'm assuming is Maria's entire experience. And because I've been on that roller coaster with her, to end on this note of just pure, unconditional, deep love, I'm satisfied. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, that is exactly how I would want it to end. The whole album is such a roller coaster, and then we just end in the most happy way possible. Like, the whole album, it's like a fairy tale. The whole album is literally like a fairy tale. And I just adore the intimacy and the intricacy of the album so, so, so much. The cleverness of moving from Vuelve Triste and for disc 5, Maria's disc, to open with Slow It Down. Like, I feel like you just immediately feel the shift in all of the chaos that's ensued before into this, okay, now we're moving into like a healthy, loving, happy period. Just even the shift that Slow It Down creates, it just really sets the tone for the whole ending of the album. And I really do feel like in each disc, in each section of the album, through the story of each alter ego, we have just been so gently guided and intimately guided through this journey from numbness to heartbreak to love. And I feel like she's really like held our hand through that entire process. And I really, really feel like I just went through it all with her. I'm just so deeply in love with this album. Like, it really speaks to my soul in such a deep and intimate way. And I actually just, like, I think it's genius. Like, there's no other word for it. It is just genius. I really, really want a Quimera tattoo, okay? And I need you guys to help me decide what fucking Quimera tattoo to get. Okay, that, let's wrap it up here because I actually could cry. I am so like get a grip, like actually get a grip, but I mean it. Like this is I'm calling this my second favorite album of all time, and you know what? I'm putting a stamp on it. It's official. Joanne's number one, Quimera's number two. I am absolutely deeply in love with this album, and I'm so intrigued to hear your thoughts on this album too. Let me know in the comments what you think about Quimera, what your thoughts are on this album. Thank you so much if you watched this video all the way through. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, do all the lovely things. I so appreciate you being here. I love you so much. I appreciate you so much. And I will see you in the next one. Let me know any other music you want me to talk about. Albums, songs, let me know. I love you so much.